I was not yet born when the story of my family began, but I grew up seeing the conflict between my mother, Osato, and my father's first wife, Obidia. Those quarrels shaped my childhood. They shaped how I came to understand marriage, love, and family. My name is Nnenna Okafor, the last child of my father's house, and this is how it all started. My father, Mr. Okafor, was already 43 in the early 1970s. He was tall, strong. His presence filled any space. He was a mechanic in the bustling city of Onitsha. People brought him their cars, their lorries, their motorbikes. If it had wheels or an engine, he could fix it. His hands were rough from grease. His shirts always smelled of iron and dust. And yet, for all his strength, there was one thing he could not repair: the emptiness of a home without children. His first wife, Obidia, was 35 at the time. A teacher, respected, graceful. When she married my father, she was soft-spoken. Her smile could brighten a room. But as the years passed without a child, that smile faded. She told me later that women in the market mocked her. They called her teacher without pupils. Some even whispered that she had offended the gods. Imagine the pain. A woman who prayed every morning, a woman who never missed church, now accused of witchcraft. At first, my father comforted her. He would take her hand and say, "Obidia, children come from God. Stop worrying." But comfort has its limit, especially when a whole community begins to whisper. One evening, under the great udala tree in Omuwoma village, the elders gathered as they always did. They drank palm wine. They laughed. And then, the talk turned to my father. "A man like Okafor," one said, "so strong, yet no son to carry his name." Another shook his head. "A tree without roots cannot stand. Let him find another wife, or the Okafor name will die with him." Those words did not stay under the tree. They travelled. They reached my father's ears through neighbours. They reached Obidia through gossiping women at the stream. And from that moment, peace left my father's house. The once gentle Obidia became quick to anger. She raised her voice often.
"So this is it, Okafor.
She shouted one night.
You think I am not enough because I have no child. You want to replace me."
My father tried to explain. "Obidia, it is not about replacing you. It is about our name, our future. A man must have children." But she would not hear it. Tears streamed down her face. She broke pots. Some nights, she refused to eat. The compound that was once full of laughter became filled with quarrels, silent meals, sleepless nights. And inside my father's heart, a decision began to grow. One evening, as the orange sun dropped over Onitsha and the compound smelled of burning firewood, my father finally spoke. "Obidia," he said softly, "I have decided to take another wife." Those words struck her like thunder. She dropped the spoon she was holding. It rolled across the mud floor. Her eyes filled with tears. "So this is it? After all these years, you throw me away like old cloth? Okafor, may God judge between us." That night, my father could not sleep. He paced the compound, torn between his love for Obidia and his fear of dying without a child. Months later, he brought her home. Her name was Osato. She was just 25, slim, beautiful, shy. Unlike Obidia, whose anger burned like fire, my mother's spirit was gentle. She was calm, like cool water. She spoke softly. She smiled often. Their wedding was grand. Drums echoed. Women danced with wrappers tied high on their waists. Palm fronds decorated the compound. My father stood proudly beside his new bride, while in the corner, Obadiah sat quietly, tears rolling down her cheeks. She remembered her own wedding day, a day that felt like a lifetime ago. That night, silence filled the compound. My father sat outside under the moonlight. His face was heavy with thought. In one room, Obadiah wept bitterly. Her sobs carried into the night. In another room, my mother, Osator, sat nervously on her bed. A new bride stepping into a storm she did not fully understand. And so, with one decision, the peace of our household shattered. I, Nenna, was not born yet. But this was the seed of everything that came after. The quarrels, the rivalry, the tears. And finally, the surprising unity that would one day make the Okafor family name known across Nigeria. But that is a story for another night.